Go. Hello!
Hi!
And welcome back to another GG Easy. We didn't go live last week because we were doing our 24-hour live stream, which happened over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm still recovering.
Yeah, so am I. You can go back and watch all that cool footage on our Facebook page below. It's split up into 6 parts because Facebook only who knows? Facebook only allows you to stream for 4 hours.
It makes sense, because could you imagine having a 24-hour long video?
Yeah, well, we didn't know that until like hour 6. We just kept wondering why the stream cut out, but we figured it out. We're good. We've rebranded. We're back. This is like we're live for the first time with GG Easy under our new brand, Double XP. Very excited. Our names are at the bottom of the screen, but I'm Alex. This is Alec.
Right there.
And welcome to GG Easy. And if you're watching GG Easy for the first time, it is Double XP's premiere.
It's the premiere.
It's our best and first and only, and basically just it's another show we do.
One of the many.
No, me and Alex sit down and we actually talk to camera about some big news in the video game industry. It's our opportunity to talk to you and express some opinions on what's going on, and your opportunity to get in touch with us and message us, interact with us. So please do comment throughout the show if you've got any questions, and we'll get back to we'll try and have a chat and a conversation.
Yeah, sounds lovely.
So we've got a few topics coming up today, a few big things in the industry. Alec, I'm trying to figure out what scene I'm going to now, and it's this one here. A few things that we need to talk about today, and the first one is Destiny 2. Now, if you remember the last GG Easy we had,
Right there.
The last GG Easy we actually spoke about Destiny 2, but there's been an update since then. It's not just rumours anymore, it's actually been launched. Trailer came out today. We'll talk a little bit about that. Secondly, we want to talk about Call of Duty and what's going to be the next one in the franchise. There's some rumours that's going to go back to the original setting, World War II, of course. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then finally, we're just going to go over our stream at the weekend, how much we raised, some highlights from that, as well as what we're doing tomorrow and on Saturday, going to EGX Rezzed in London as well. So without further ado, let's crack on with our first topic tonight, which is, of course, Destiny 2. Now, Alex, why are we back talking about Destiny 2?
Well, they recently released a trailer.
They did
A cinematic trailer. So there's no gameplay footage.
No, but they're going to release gameplay footage in like very soon, like the 18th of April or something like that. Yeah, there's something going on.
Well, I was reading somewhere that somebody said that they're releasing a special edition.
Nice.
Before they've even released, like they're advertising a special edition before they've even released any actual game footage.
I hear this is the first game you can buy DLC before the game comes out.
That sounds very much like Destiny.
Sounds definitely like Destiny. But well, they are releasing a PC version.
Oh, are they?
They've confirmed that they're going to be releasing Destiny 2 on the PC. So all of you massive PC-loving nerds out there, like Stephen Riley, and I want to have a big thing for future episodes. I want to have a thing. I said, Alec, I want to have a thing that flashes up saying nerd with a picture of Steve.
Whenever we say the word PC.
But all you people on PC are going to be able to play Destiny for the first time. And imagine this is pretty appealing to those guys who like World of Warcraft, who like MMO-style grindy games. Obviously, it's a shooter.
Yeah.
But I imagine it's going to appeal to that crowd.
I feel like it's... For me, Destiny was always the console MMO.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
Just like World of Warcraft and RuneScape and Guild Wars. Guild Wars, that hasn't come to console.
No, Guild Wars.
No, it hasn't come to console. I feel like Destiny was separate from that. I feel like Destiny was the console version of those games.
Yeah,
and that's what appealed.
I guess now it's going to have to be the Division is going to have to be the console MMO.
Oh God,
what's the latest on the Division? Maybe that's another topic we talk about. I don't really know what the latest on the Division is.
I haven't played it in a long time. Don't actually own it anymore.
No, we just love it on Wildlands. Exactly. I'm going to play some more Wildlands tonight.
Yeah, actually, me too. Do you fancy it?
Yeah, I'll go again with Wildlands later on today. So Destiny comes to PC, and they had the cinematic trailer. And the cinematic trailer, like I said, it's cinematic. Doesn't give any emphasis on gameplay.
Cinematic. It's a trailer.
But the trailer's actually awesome. And if you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out. It's basically all over. If you follow gaming sites, it's all over Facebook right now. But you can go look at the trailer. It covers. It cuts between two people. It cuts between the head of the Titan faction, the head of the Hunter faction. Is basically they give two speeches. The Hunter guy is basically the comic relief. If you saw the teaser trailer earlier in the week, basically it's he's the Hunter character is the comic relief. But two things.
He's the Deadpool
He is the Deadpool.
The Destiny universe.
The two things stood out to me in the trailer. And the first one is this. It's a really great emphasis on story. I think in the Taken King expansion, those characters, the head of the factions, became a larger part of it, and it massively helped. The story was good, so I think this is a really good, good start, a really good look into the fact that I think they're finally going to have an emphasis on story from the off. They've got the gameplay nailed down, and they're going to get an emphasis on story. The other big thing, if you watch it, and actually if you remember the last topic on GGeasy was about the loot not carrying over.
Yes,
they justify it in that trailer.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, so after all of the the stuff people said about it, they kind of justify it. Basically, if you haven't seen the trailer, the storyline of Destiny 2 is going to kick off with the tower, the main base in Destiny 1 has basically been raided, and the Guardians have been kicked out of Earth. They're on the run, so they do literally say all of your gear has been destroyed in this raid. So the fact that you don't have your gear anymore is basically because people came and blew it all up.
But how much of that was planned and how much of that is a response?
Yeah, maybe. It might be a response.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is like, it's actually funny you mentioned he's like the Deadpool characters. Right at the end, he kind of breaks the fourth wall when he says like, oh, and there's loads of loot.
Yeah.
Because it's all about, there's basically, you got the Titan character giving like, we need to reclaim our home and other stuff. And the other guy is like, you might die, you might not die.
Yeah,
but there's going to be loads of loot.
The Titan character is kind of like the Qui-Gon / Obi-Wan of the story, and then he's the Jar Jar.
Yeah,
maybe not that extreme.
I'll give you that analogy. I'll let you have that.
He's like super serious. We got to do this. Let's get this done.
It does a good job of getting me kind of excited about Destiny.
Yeah, me too actually. I wasn't really that fussed about Destiny 2, but I've seen that.
Yeah, I've actually, funny enough, I wouldn't consider myself a big Destiny player. I played the original when it came out, played loads of the Taken King, and actually still one of the only games where, excuse me, one of the only games actually cough like that. Now, one of the only games where I've literally gone like onto these apps and said like, hey, who want and play with random people and done the whole raid and stuff. It was awesome, but still, I wouldn't consider myself massively. But I got an email through from PlayStation. Like this, like, hey, you've been PlayStation. Like these stats. It sends you the stats in the last year or something like that. You've been online for this many hours and stuff. And it was like your most played game on the whole of PlayStation is Destiny.
Yeah.
And my most online played game is Destiny. So basically, like, I got all these stats, and it's basically just like, the game you have played PlayStation with the most for your entire lifespan on PlayStation, which is only a year or two before the PS. Well, obviously PSN.
Yeah.
So I was a PS2 guy, but then since
Edge of Vita,
since Network's been tracked, probably a year before PS4 when I got my Vita. So obviously, but since online PlayStation, it's been Destiny. So it's kind of bizarre that I looked at it and went like, man, I don't feel like that, but I've sunk over 100 hours into Destiny.
But then I guess Destiny was the only game that you really played online on PlayStation, right?
No, man, no. I played lots of games online. Well, I mean, I had like the Call of Duty I've had online, Battlefield 4 I had on PlayStation. Yeah. I'm just looking at the games on my PlayStation right now. Where's the controller? Oh, it's somewhere. I don't know.
I lost it.
Titanfall and stuff like that. I played a lot of games. Actually, I'm surprised. I played Persona 4 Gold, and I played that for over 100 hours on my Vita.
Really?
Yeah, and that's not online. That's just a single player story. That was intense. But I think I might dive into it. I don't know where I'll get it next time. It literally depends where people are. If you got it, I'll probably play it on PlayStation. See if more people want to get it. I imagine if it's on PC, those huge PC-loving nerds are probably like, I'm going to get it on PC for the graphics. I don't care about playing with friends. I want graphics and a keyboard.
Well, in fairness, there's 3 of them that play on PC.
Oh, yeah, but they're all boring. They've all got PlayStation.
But nobody likes
They've all got
them.
PS4s. I know you haven't, but we could all play 4 people. Anyway, sore subject. Should we move on?
As you can tell, he's fine with it.
I'm fine with it. Let's move on. Second subject is Call of Duty World War... No, Call of Duty
World War II.
World War
It's not made by Treyarch, is it?
No, it's made by... I thought we worked out that Treyarch was the next one in the line, but apparently it's not. It's made by Sledgehammer Games.
I'm going to Google it.
You're going to Google it. So while Alec Googles, I'll give you some background on why we're talking about this. There is rumours, not yet confirmed, really important to state that, but it kind of... So there's been some comments from people from Call of Duty in charge of Activision, this sort of thing, that says it's going back to its roots. And while these are still rumours, they're pretty much, there. We can't say this is 100% happening, but we can pretty much say it's going to be happening anyway. Call of Duty is... It looks like Call of Duty is going to go back to its roots, and this Christmas going to come out with another game set in World War II, and the rumours are that it's going to be called Call of Duty World War II. So, really exciting.
Oh my God.
If you follow Double XP, then you'll know that we're all big World at War fans. We played the first one. We played some World at War during the stream, during the 24-hour stream. Me and Alec have played some World at War during our Sunday live streams. Big fans of World at War. I think if you're going to say a Call of Duty we've sunk the most hours into, we're not massive Call of Duty fans, but we put some hours into World at War.
So it is going to be Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer Games?
Yep.
Awesome.
And that's going to be Call of Duty 2017. So it'll be coming out this year.
There's some leaked screenshots, basically, of the show.
I don't know if they're screenshots. I think they're shots of the case, maybe.
Oh, okay.
They look like the case.
Okay.
But it looks...
it looks cool.
It reminds me a lot of Call of Duty 2, actually. Like the design.
Yeah, I think the exciting thing about going back to... I guess there's a couple of things, like, when you go had all the Call of Duties, Modern Warfare happened, World at War then happened after Modern Warfare, and you kind of think at that point, they're going back. But World at War was awesome because it did stuff that the old World War II ones, Call of Duty 1 and 2 couldn't do because of graphics at the time. And then they went into Modern Warfare, and I think they're going forward and forward and forward. And people have kind of been asking for innovation, but I read something that was really interesting. It's like people wanted something new, but they never wanted to completely abandon the genre.
No.
They didn't want 10 games of 5, 8 games of future stuff. They wanted a little bit of a break, and then people have been hungry for it.
Yeah, definitely.
And people, I think the other argument is that World War I, 2's played out, but look at the graphics that are available now. Look at what people can do with games. And we played World at War recently.
Yeah.
How old that looks now. The difference is going to be unbelievable.
It is, yeah. I think it's going to be really good. I think, provided it is a World War II game, 100% going to get it. And I think there's going to be a lot of people like me as well, who I've not bought a Call of Duty game since maybe 3.
We boring you, aren't it?
Yeah, oh man, I'm still that
still
24-hour live
24-hour stream. Yeah.
I think since Black Ops 3 was the last COD game. Then there's been like 3 since then?
Yeah, since back there's been Advanced Warfare,
Infinite Warfare, and Ghosts? Or was that before Black Ops 3?
I think Ghosts was before. Yeah, Ghosts was before Black Ops 3.
Okay, well I didn't buy Ghosts.
So I bought Ghosts, Black Ops 3 I bought Advanced Warfare. I liked Advanced Warfare. In fact, I just haven't bought Infinite Warfare.
That's the newest one, right?
Yeah, which is annoying because it came with Modern Warfare Remastered, and I was like, no, even though I just didn't want to buy it, I spoke with my money and I didn't buy the game. I think because that's the important thing you guys got to do as well. If you don't agree with the developer, if you want people to make games you want to make, you have to speak with your money and you have to be committed enough to not buy the game, even if you want it. And people they bundled the Modern Warfare in and said you can only get it with this because they wanted you to buy the game because they knew it wasn't going to sell very well.
Yeah.
So vote with your wallet.
Whereas this, I think, is going to sell well.
Yeah, this is going to be the reaction.
We saw
the reaction that came out. Battlefield came out and was like, World War One game, and everyone went mental because people missed the setting.
Yeah.
People.
We'd never really had a setting like World War
I just missed
One.
that historical. No, you're dead right. Yeah. It's that
Verdun,
historical
maybe?
setting. Maybe Verdun, but that kind of in this is still this big game. People are gonna love this. I think when that trailer hits, I think if they do it right and they go back to this gritty World at War. I mean, people's legs were blown off in that game. I mean, it's not just. It shouldn't just be a gore fest, but you go gritty, proper World War II shooter done with the modern Call of Duty graphics and gameplay. My God, that game's going to be awesome, and people are going to be loving it.
I think that's the thing that, for me, Call of Duty always used to be the sort of the visceral, realistic, first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Originally, back when it was between Call of Duty and Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
Medal of Honor was always the sort of slightly cheesy, slightly one-man army, corny sort of game. It was a good game.
Yeah.
But Call of Duty, when I first played Call of Duty 2, that was like, it was really gritty and it was quite dark, and it was a bit true to the conflict as far as it could be. And World at War, I think, was teetering on the edge between true to the conflict and a bit too realistic, a bit too over the top.
Yeah.
But I think if they do it respectfully, you know, they don't make it ridiculous and over the top. I'm definitely missing a nice gory game where limbs can be blown off.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to have celebrity. So the last big Call of Duty games have almost always been more about the celebrities that have been voicing these characters, whereas like World at War had. You had Price, for example, in these other games.
Yeah,
it was Price, and then you had No, there was Soap McTavish, but in World at War there was the Russian guy.
Reznov.
Reznov, I miss, and actually Call of Duty gets ripped off for story, but like I miss the characters.
Yeah,
like literally all I think of now, Advanced Warfare. Like, I like Kevin Spacey in that, or like the Advanced Warfare. Kit Harington and Lewis Hamilton was in it. Like,
you're right.
I kind of hope they don't have these big celebrities anymore, and they make a compelling character.
For this, I see what you mean. For the recent games, it's been about the celebrity behind the character.
Yeah.
Whereas before, particularly in like the original Modern Warfares, the first Black Ops and World at War, it was about the celebrity of the characters.
Yes, that's a really good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, you know, this whole thing, Kit Harington's playing this. Kit Harington's been in the VO studio, and it's like a movie.
They even had Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, it's like as a tech engineer, didn't they? And the shit. Yeah. But it's like, you know, and that becomes the story. Yeah, it was Price, man. Like, I can say I love Price in Call of Duty. He's such a good character. Whereas you can't really say that about like. I don't even remember the character's name in Advanced Warfare. I just know that Kevin Spacey played it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and he played it well. But like, like Soap McTavish, and when that character died, spoiler alert, you know, you felt for it because like he'd been built up, the character had been built up. So I hope they, and you know, and Reznov as well.
And Reznov
came back for Black Ops.
Yeah, I was gonna say he sort of goes through so many games.
But he's awesome. But the fact they built this character in World at War that people liked meant they could bring him back for another game. People weren't just like, who the hell is this guy? Like, you knew who Reznov was because he was such a good character.
And granted, we're not necessarily suggesting that the voice actors behind them are, you know, relative unknowns, because the people who voice those characters voice a whole host of other video game characters. But again, you don't necessarily.
It's their face.
Yeah, you don't recognize them as Joe Bloggs who does video game voices. You recognize their voice as Reznov, or as you recognize the celebrity of the character and not the celebrity of the actor.
Yeah, 100%. I think it allows it to be much more emotional because you're involved. It's a video game, or you're involved, and it's, you know, it can be emotionally resonated. The end of World at War, when you know, you've been injured and Reznov comes, he drags you towards putting that flag up. There's a certain like oomph. You've fought with these characters, and it's a video game. We're not being like, oh, you know, you fought and you battled and war so hard, but you know, they make a difference. And they're your allies and they're your friends. And having a big bad guy is cool, but like, it's not really what Call of Duty is about. Call of Duty, it should be about the comradeship, not about fighting a big famous bad guy.
Yeah, and I also I think that video games are different to movie. Like, for instance, quite often I'll go see a movie, and for instance, we just saw Kong, the new King Kong film.
Kong.
And who's the guy who plays Loki? What's his name? Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston. So I came out of that film thinking, oh, Tom Hiddleston wasn't very good in that. But the guy from Step Brothers.
Yeah, John C. Reilly.
Yeah, I thought he was really good. And I said to Sarah, oh, you know, John C. Reilly, he was really good. But Tom Hiddleston wasn't that great. Whereas with video games, I don't think to myself, you know, the person who played the voice of Joel from The Last of Us. Joel in The Last of Us is a fantastic character. He's voiced so well, but I don't end up playing that game and think, oh, you know, what's his name?
Troy Baker.
Whatever.
Or...
Yeah, I don't think to myself, oh, Troy Baker was so good in that game. I think, oh, Joel was so good in that game. Reznov was so good in that game. And you don't necessarily associate the person with the... And I think that's the difference between film and video games. And the video games are sort of a world in their own.
Yeah, I think we're going to see it more and more, though. I hope Call of Duty doesn't do it this time, but you're looking at Kojima's new game that's got all the famous actors in it.
Yeah, true.
And it's going to be, mocap gets better and better and better. I just think they can make new characters.
In fairness to Kojima, he's not necessarily doing it because he wants to sell video games with the... I've read quite a bit about Kojima and how he does things, but basically he wants to sort of make a movie video game. So he's intentionally trying to
pull the two together,
to pull the two genres together. So I kind of understand with that, in that it's an intentional thing that he's trying as an experience, as a medium.
Sure.
And less about, oh god, we need to sell this game. What do? We'll just get Kit Harington in to play a character. Everybody loves Jon Snow.
Yeah. Sure, yeah, absolutely. No, it makes a difference. Cool, well, let's move on to the third topic of this evening's GG Easy, and that's, of course, a little bit about the stream we did, and also about EGX Rezzed that we're going to be attending this weekend. So first about the stream, we just want to say, again, a massive thank you to everyone who watched, who, liked any of the videos, who donated, of course. Our initial target before the stream was
£150.
£150, and we thought, it would be awesome if we can reach £150. Get a few people out there watching and contributing. We actually reached £160 before the stream even started, which is phenomenal. We then continued to raise money throughout the stream for a really great cause, Special Effect. And if you're not aware of Special Effect, check out our videos. You can see we tag them a lot. You can go see their cause, but they allow disabled individuals to have access to games, people that can't use a controller, people that haven't got full controls of their arms and can just use their eyes. They allow them to use technology in order to get gaming again, which is a fantastic cause. Yeah. And at the time we're recording this, we're so close, including gift aid, to raising actually £500.
Yeah, I think we're on something like 480.
Something like that. It's amazing.
20 more quid.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this, you haven't yet donated, go check out the cause, check out the videos. We did stream for 24 hours. If you can try and bump that up to get to £500, that'd be amazing.
And we're going to be putting out on the Facebook page a highlight reel very soon.
Yeah, we are.
I think it's on the website.
If you go to our website, which is very exciting, www.xp.net, you can check out the highlight reel. It's on.
It's hilarious.
It goes through. I said to Alec, going through 24 hours of footage to edit a video is very tough, but I managed to find some good bits and bobs. Alec. A very funny bit where Denny screams like it's like a scream you've never heard. And Alec just gets massively panicked trying to figure out what the run button is in a horror game. It's a lot of fun. I ate a cracker for a bit. Did you like the
Yeah, I enjoyed the cracker because there's no context.
There's no context on him just eating a cracker. Yeah. You can find out why. But no, we almost raised £500, which is phenomenal. It breaks our target by God knows how many percentage. Which is awesome, and that kind of leads us quite nicely onto what we're doing this weekend. So we EGX Rezzed is currently, it happened today, started today in London. EGX Rezzed celebrates indie gaming. So EGX have their main event.
Yes, in the summer, September time,
which basically is the big gaming event for more AAA developers, and then they have Rezzed, which covers more indie titles.
Yeah, and EGX, the big event which they currently hold in Birmingham, they do have indie games there.
Yes,
as a section, and it gets quite a bit of love.
Oh, it does. Yeah, I mean, we end up spending most of our time there because you just get hands on with games rather than queuing up for hours. You get hands on with loads of really cool games,
which is why I'm really excited for Rezzed of the weekend because
it's our first Rezzed as well.
Is that? Yeah, it is our first Rezzed. We've been to 3 EGXs.
2, 3? 3.
Definitely
3 EGXs.
At least 3.
Yeah.
One in Birmingham.
First Rezzed.
Yeah. And it's going to be exciting. I think the thing that I love about video games, the thing I love about indie games, and we have I put out an article earlier today actually about it.
You did, yeah. Go check out his article.
But the thing that I love about indie games is that in most cases they're games that they're a labour of love. They're a passion project for quite a few people. They're small teams. They work really hard to make these games, and quite often they're the sorts of titles, things like Goat Simulator and Octodad. Mm-hmm. EA aren't going to be putting out that sort of game because everybody will be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
I bet they wish they had done.
Yeah, well, yeah, but then games like Rocket League as well.
Yeah,
completely different experience. Not the sort of thing that again, EA or Activision or Ubisoft would necessarily put out. But they go and I can't even. It's not Insomniac, is it? What's the Red? I can't remember who.
The what?
Who publishes? Who developed?
Oh, Pysonic.
That's it. Psychonic or Pysonic, something like that.
I can't remember the name.
It starts with a PY.
Yeah.
But they go and do Rocket League, and it's a massive success.
Yeah.
But again, it's because of the love and the passion that goes into those games.
Yeah, 100%. You know, so we're going to be there. All Special Effect is going to be there as well. So we're going to go and get some videos with those guys. Maybe talk to one of them, share some content.
Get a nice shake
of the hand.
We won't have one of the giant novelty checks.
Here's some money. We're gonna. Yeah, we're already talking to a lot of developers. We've arranged some interviews with some cool VR game.
We're gonna get lots of swag.
VR game. I'm really looking forward to playing the Nintendo Switch for the first time.
Me too, yeah.
We've arranged an interview with a game being developed on the Switch, which is awesome. Looking forward to we're basically arranged that one. The game looks cool, but we basically arranged it so we can just play the Switch.
Have you got Zelda on this?
Overcooked that we love is going to be on there on the Switch. So hopefully we can give that a go. That'd be really good fun. But Alec is going to be there for tomorrow and Saturday. Denny's going to be there for tomorrow and Saturday. I'm going to be there on Saturday. So we're going to get lots of cool content. So if you're interested in indie games, you're interested in Rezzed in particular, follow us on Twitter, at DXP Gaming. Make sure to follow us on Facebook. We're going to be putting lots of content up, and then throughout the next week, as we edit our content, we'll put it out. But we're looking to get developer interviews, just pictures and videos and stuff going on. So it's a very, very cool event. It's going on Tobacco Docks in London, which is
the
cool.
DLR.
It's on the DLR line,
DLR.
Nice cool event. There's sessions going on as well, like Ken Levine from who made BioShock is going to be doing the keynote on the first day. Lots of cool things there. So yeah, basically just if you want to follow what's going on, make sure you follow us. If you've got any questions as well, we want to be a bit of a voice for you to ask developers questions. So if you see a cool game, you can't turn up, you want us to go and ask a question for you or play the game, see what you think, then have a look on the website, all the games are there, get in touch with us, let us know what you want to do. Yeah. Continue to check out our website basically to make sure that you follow all the stuff that's going on. But it's going to be cool.
Should I play us out with an interesting BioShock fact?
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
So all of the characters in the first BioShock game, the enemies, the bad guys, they were actually based and modelled on photographs of First World War plastic surgery.
Were they?
People would have had plastic surgery after the First World War. It's actually quite upsetting.
Yeah, that is okay. It depresses me a little bit.
Yeah. But it's a fact nonetheless. Maybe something cheery to...
Yeah, thanks, Alec. No, that's all good. Join us for EGX where we get more facts and lovely things. Maybe we just get Alec in front of camera just depressing everyone for half an hour.
Depressing facts about video games.
That'll be an article, write the article about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys,
that'd be a good article.
That'd be a good article, yeah. Yeah, it would do. But this has been GG Easy. This has been Double XP's chat show, weekly live chat show on Facebook. We're actually using the same set as we did for our 24-hour live stream because I haven't had a chance to move it around yet.
Professional.
But be prepared in the coming weeks for random overlays that will change, random sets that will change as I kind of just mess around and we get into the vibe of what we're going to do. Because I've just discovered Illustrator, so I've done all my stuff on Photoshop, but Illustrator is cool, so I'm basically using that. And everyone's out there's going how do you use it all the time?
We're going to make this the best damn thing that you've ever seen on Facebook.
It's going to be awesome. And it's going to change. Every week's going to be different, and you're going to love it.
We can honestly say that this is going to be the best live stream on a Thursday evening about video games featuring two people with the name Alec and Alex, potentially named GG Easy.
Good, I thought you weren't going to go specific enough there. I thought,
we can guarantee...
I think IGN's live now.
We can guarantee that we'll be better than Netflix. GG Easy and chill, that's what the kids will be saying.
GG Easy and chill, bam. But you can check us live every Thursday evening at 8:30. But you also check out our other live shows on Facebook, which is Couples Gaming Night on Tuesday nights. Me and Lucy play a 2-player game of some sort. We get Lucy involved. She's very good at games.
And if you're interested in couple games, we also released an article about that quite recently.
Absolutely, yeah. So as well as couples gaming night, which went on Tuesday, today Alec launched.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, Alec pushed
an
article out on doublexp.net, which is about the 5 best couples games to play. So,
in my humble opinion, obviously there probably are better couple games to play as a couple.
So check that out if you're into couples games. Yeah. And then on Sunday evenings, you can check out our... We need to change the name of that. It was called the I'm Playing Just Livestream. We actually had never got a name for it.
I thought we called it God's Day Gaming.
God Day Gaming. I thought it was just a joke.
Day Gaming.
Anyway, on Sunday nights we go live with a Let's Play. It's mainly me and Alec, but sometimes it changes up. We've been playing a lot of Ghost Recon Wildlands. We may even play that again because Ghost Recon Wildlands is awesome, and last week we couldn't play it because Alec's internet was awful.
And it still is.
So they will see what happens.
We might be playing Pong.
Yeah, so join us live then. Obviously check out our website, doublexp.net, for all new cool stuff. Website looks awesome. It's brand new. We can have videos that play directly now. We can have little quotes. We can have images that play. It's going to be awesome.
Images that play?
Images that play like a slide.
I did not realise that we could do that.
Yeah, slideshow.
Hot dog.
So check that out. Lots more content is going to be on the website, and lots more content is going to be coming your way. But until next time, guys, it has been awesome to bring you a cheeky little GG Easy, bringing you all the latest, well, not the latest news, all our latest opinions on some news.
All the latest news breaking here right now.
That could be our tagline. The latest opinions on some news.
On vague news.
On vague news. Vague opinions on irrelevant news.
Vague opinions on something that was at one time news.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is how we're ending it, apparently. So anyway, I've been Alec. This has been Alec. No.
I've been Alec.
You've been Alec.
You've been Alex.
Our names are way too similar. One of us should change our name.
In fairness, you should know your own name.
Your name looks like a spelling mistake. I'm just going to put it.
Do you know that my name is actually short for Alexander?
Alexander.
No, Alexander.
Is that? No.
I googled it.
It's just rubbish. Then it's definitely a spelling mistake because Alex is short for Alexander.
Scottish.
Well, the Scottish, whatever. Hi, Scottish people. We love you. And do you like Alec? Have you got any opinions on his name? But anyway, guys, it's goodbye from me, Alex.
And it's goodbye from me, Alec.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Goodbye. I've got to turn it off. Do you think I turn it off?
Turn it off.
Oh, wait.